welcome to Stelbot Adventures. On today's Tales, Tips, and Tidbits, we're going to be giving you our top 5 tips on traveling with dogs or any other animal. So let's come along and see what's in store. For our first tip, Teddy is here to tell us what's inside his medical binder. So for his binder, one of the very first things we have is a copy of his rabies certification and dog license. Some places you go are going to ask for proof of rabies certification, so we always keep 2 copies with us, one in a plastic sleeve and one in the main section of the binder. Another thing that we keep right in the front of the binder is a current list of the medications and types of food that each dog is taking. Teddy has his own binder and Bean has his own. And then later on in the binder is just any other major medical information, recent hospital visits, any paperwork that may be needed in the event of an emergency. And speaking of emergencies, it is very important before you leave for your trip to get the name of local vets in the area that you're going. Now you want to make sure you have 2 things. 1, the closest vet to the destination where you are, and 2, the closest 24-hour emergency vet. For the last trip that we took to South Carolina, they were in 2 completely different spots, and the 24-hour vet was about 45 minutes away, so it was very important that you had both nearby.
We did have one instance where we did not have that information, and the scramble when we did have an issue was not fun at all. Bean Cam! What you saying, Mommy?
Tip number 3 when you're traveling with pets, especially dogs, and you're going out hiking or anywhere in the wilderness or outdoors, is to make sure your pet is up to date on flea and tick medication. It is very important to have some sort of flea and tick preventative on your dog at all times, especially in an area that is susceptible, I can't say that word, especially in an area that is prone to having ticks around. You should also know how to safely remove and discard ticks when they are found on your dog and on yourself.
Ew.
Tip number 4 is to make sure that you... Bless you! Tip number 4 is to make sure that you prepare enough food and medications for the length of your trip plus 1 extra day, just in case you get delayed for anything. So for us, when we take our weekend trips, instead of bringing the large bag of food, we will take a container, fill it up with the dry food, take another small container for their treats. Did I say treat? Did I say treat? Do you want a treat? You want a treat? Oh. You want a treat? Yum, 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 yum. Give me treats. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, yum, yum. It's especially rewarding for the boys when we come back from a nice long hike and they come back for some extra treats. So if your dog is on any kind of liquid medication, it's very important to bring an extra syringe with you just in case you lose it, drop it, or anything else happens to it. True story, we actually had to stop at a vet's office to pick up extra syringes once. And also, again, if your pet needs medication, like I said, bring enough for the amount of time you're gone, plus an extra day. We take an old pill bottle and put Teddy's meds in it and take that with us instead of taking the entire container. Tip number 5 is to bring extras and be prepared. So we talked about going hiking. Just like humans get thirsty, dogs also get thirsty. So we have this nifty little water bottle for dogs where you can take out the water portion, squeeze, so the water part comes here and it becomes a little doggy drinking bowl. Pause that for a second.
It's tough being Vanna White when you only have one arm.
Another thing we like to bring with us is this collapsible food and water bowl. It's got a little carabiner so it can clip to your backpack and it makes it hands-free. You could pop it out for a big food bowl. There's different sizes. You could put a little bit of water in there. And then it closes up, hook it back on, and you're good to go. You also want to make sure you have extras for when they do their number 1s and number 2s. That means bringing an extra roll of poop bags. You never know when you're going to run out of the ones that are on your leash.
Poop bags!
If you are traveling in an RV or other large vehicle where the dogs are free to roam around, it might be a good idea to bring some wee-wee pads with you. We normally will place ours on the floor in the back, and this way, if we're traveling, we would like to stop every couple of hours for a stretch break, but in the meantime, when you gotta go, and the dogs can just go. And one last bit of advice, this one's from Bean. Make sure you do a mental checklist of anything else you might need, such as dog beds, clothing if it's chilly weather, any toys, favorite toys your pet might have, and some towels, especially if they get dirty, or something to lay on.
Obviously the leash, because most places won't let you have the dogs outside without the leash.
So if you like today's tales, tips, and tidbits, Bean says to give that video a paws up. Leave a comment below if you have any other ideas or if you like this video. And please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to click that notification button. And we'll see you
on the next adventure.